computer specification. What are computer specification? So when we are going to purchase a computer, we should know the features and the specification of the computer. So we'll discuss this one. Before purchasing an item, it is important to be aware of the value and the quality of an item, of the item. Specification are generally about the common features of an item. For example, length, width, paper thickness determine the quality of the exercise book. Basic specification. So specification mean the quality, the length, thickness. Just think about your writing book. So when we consider about the writing book, we have number of pages, 80 pages, 120 pages. It may be CR book or normal book. So there is a length, width, and thickness of the paper. That means 60 GSM or 80 GSM, 70 GSM, and whether it is single roll, double roll. Likewise, there are some specification. The quality features are there for the book. So normally when you are going to purchase the book, you will check whether the whiteness of the book. If it is brown color, if the book consists of brown color papers, you don't like to use it. Ne? So the quality of the product we consider with the specification. So when we consider about the computer also, there are some features. Before moving to the computer specification, we'll just check this one. Specifications to suit different user requirement. Okay, so consider the situation where two students use two types of books for different purpose. For example, square rule exercise book for mathematics and large size drawing book for art. So can you use the square rule book for art? Can't. Ne? You can use it for only the mathematics. Can you use the drawing book for art? Can't. Specification for the types mentioned above are follows. So the as following: length, width of the book, square rule book is the small and 200 pages, thickness 60 GSM and square rule. But when we consider about the drawing book, so drawing book consists of 70 GSM size. That means thickness it's a little bit more than this normal square rule one, and the length, the size of the book is bigger, and that is a blank. So according to our requirement, specification should be changed. So different specifications for different purpose may result in price indifferent as well. So the drawing book may be more expensive than the square rule small book. Okay, so according to the purpose, different specification will be there. So specification change according to the user requirement in the above example. Similarly, depending on the use of computer is specification is also different. Okay. Now think we are going to buy a computer. Okay. So specification of a computer and the peripheral devices we are going to check. So following shows some important factors of a computer specification. So let us see what are the important factors, features of the computer specification. Important. One can generally assure quality of the item through its specification. So the quality of the item, whether the process is functioning faster. Just imagine if my screen is lagging or buffering too much, and if it is not visible for you, so you feel bored of that lesson. Ne? So the machine should work fast. That means display should clear. If not, user feel bored. They don't like to use it. Okay, so the processor. Humans are considered the most intelligent among all living beings. The brain helps to make decisions for actions taken. The brain also has ability to swiftly respond over the sensation. Okay, so process means when we input some data, it reacts according to the given instruction. So that means it does some kind of calculations or processing. If it is getting delay to give the results, then it will be slow. that means if you are getting late to give the answer, then you will be slow. So likewise, computer also consists of the processor. So if it is going to give the answers delay, then we'll call it as a slow. Much, much as brain is most important for humans, the processor central processor unit is the most important part of the computer. Processor process data swiftly. As such as processors is considered as the brain of a computer. Okay, so can you see there are some processors? So there are pins. So we fix the processor to the pin, the side that contain the motherboard. So from these pins, the processor will plug into the motherboard. So we work the above. So when we make it up the other side, then you will see the label of the processor. So here I7. So how can we check our machine processor? Earlier day also I told you, go to this PC. Everyone just try to figure out the processor in your machine. Everyone go to this PC, right click and go to the properties. Those who have Windows 11 show more option. Okay, others properties. Everyone come to this page. This PC is properties. You can figure out the machine property. Quickly come to this place. Okay, so when you go to this PC's properties, then you can check the your processor. Here i5, 11 gen, and the speed is 2.42 gigahertz, and the random access memory is 8 GB. Okay, so likewise find out your machine, and here 64 bits. So operating system is based on the 64 bits. Okay, and sometimes if you have the license at one, then it will show in the below. So like identify your machine quality. Okay, so then we'll move back to the lesson. Speed of the processor. Next one is speed of the processor. Okay, now just look at this one. Okay, machine functions at a slower speed task a longer time to complete the task, while machine functions at a higher speed takes a lesser time to complete the task. චූටි කාලෙකින් වැඩ ඉක්මනට කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් අපි යාට කියනවා ස්පීඩ් එක වැඩි කියලා. Therefore, the amount of work that could be carried using this machine during the unit time. So given particular time, if this blender can make 3 cups and the red color blender can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cups, then which one is more speed? That means red color one. So given certain period of time, if the machine can process more, then we call it as its speedest. It's the fastest one. Okay, so likewise, we check the processing speed in our machine. So figure 1.6 shows two blenders working simultaneously. The blender working at higher speed processor a larger quantity of the fruits juice per unit time. A machine working at a higher speed provides better results. The performance of a computer depends on the speed of the processor. The performance of a computer depends on the speed of the processor. Machine එකේ performance එක රඳා පවතිනවලු machine එකේ speed එක මත. හරි computer එක speed එක මත තමයි එයාගේ performance එක රඳා පවතින්නේ. A processor running at high speed is able to process more data during the unit time. If the machine is processing high speed, then it can do more work in a given time. That is performance of a computer is increase. Then the software can be run fast. So if the machine can perform fast, I mean the software also can run fast. Therefore, selecting a processor is advisable to select one with the greater speed. කොට අපි තෝරනකොට වැඩිම ස්පීඩ් එකකින් වැඩ කරන process එක තමයි තෝරන්න ඕනේ. The speed of process is measured by the number of instructions executed per second. Just look at again. The speed of a machine is measured by the number of instructions executed per second. තප්පරයට instruction කොච්චර ප්‍රමාණයක් process වෙනවද කියලා බලන්නයි අපි බලන්නේ speed එකේ. හරි. The speed of a computer is determined by the number of instructions executed per second. තප්පරයට instruction කොච්චර ප්‍රමාණයක් execute කරනවද? Number of instructions per second, execute per second. The speed measured in hertz units in megahertz or gigahertz. Okay, shall we check our processor again? My processor had 2.42 gigahertz. Okay, and here this is the processor should consist at least 1 gigahertz. So අපි පුංචි chart එකක් හදමු. We'll make a small chart. We'll do it as exercise. We'll take all our machines and figure out. Okay, so you may have the higher speed, or well, that means we can check which one has the higher speed. We'll just do as a small practical.